Serratus push-ups. This RIO move zooms in on a specific muscle, your serratus anterior. It's a big fan-shaped muscle that attaches on the outside of your first 8 or 9 ribs here, along the side of your rib cage. The serratus can be a hard muscle to visualize, so I've used a red table napkin and mocked up the muscle on my skeleton for you. Here it is along the front edge of the ribs where it makes its attachment. Then it runs backward and underneath the shoulder blade without making any attachment at all until it reaches the very inner edge of the shoulder blade near your spine, and it attaches on the inside of that rim. It's on the deep side of the shoulder blade, so when you feel with your fingers, you won't feel it. The serratus anterior provides critical underlying support for many other muscles in your shoulders, your upper chest, and your neck. The muscles of the rotator cuff, for instance, become especially vulnerable to injury if the brain isn't recruiting the serratus anterior correctly. Tasks like holding the steering wheel when you drive, lifting to the front or overhead, typing at a keyboard or washing the dishes, keeping your shoulders dropped during a golf swing or even when you're vacuuming, and just plain good upper body carriage. These all require that the brain use the anterior serratus correctly. Serratus push-ups send feedback from the muscle to your brain. That feedback triggers your brain automatically to find and fix errors it is making as it controls the serratus, and to smooth out the coordination between the serratus and all the other muscles involved. Better muscle teamwork means more lift and movement for your chest, sturdier arms, and better support for your neck. You'll be doing 8 repetitions, 2 sets, once a day. As with all RIO moves, when you first start working with serratus push-ups, use the half rule. Only do half as much as you think you can, and only work half as hard as you think you should. For this move, that means you'll be doing 1 set of 4 repetitions once a day. When you know how your body is responding to the move, you can gradually begin to add repetitions and sets until you reach the full goal of 8 repetitions, 2 sets, once a day. Serratus push-ups has 3 levels of difficulty. Level 1 is done standing. Level 2 is done on your hands and knees. Level 3 is done in a full prone push-up position. Work just with level 1 until you have easy full range of motion in your shoulders and your neck is completely comfortable with the move. Then gradually work up to level 2 and level 3. Here's level 1. Find something waist high, a windowsill, a countertop, the back of your couch, or even a deck railing. Use something sturdy because you're going to push your weight up against it. And use something where your hands can be shoulder width apart. I'm going to use this chair pushed up against my bookshelf for stability. 2 places in your body stay completely fixed and quiet during this move. One is your elbows. The rule is elbows never bend. You may find that you actually have to watch your elbows at first because they may bend slightly without your being able to feel them. So the elbows never bend. The second place that stays fixed is your waist. The move is done completely from your shoulders. So watch your waist and make sure it doesn't sway forward or back as you do the move. Here's the move. Place your hands shoulder width apart, step a pace or 2 back, and place your feet shoulder width apart. Elbows are straight. Pull your belly button towards your back to engage your waist, and look between your hands to keep your neck in a neutral position. Then from the shoulder, drop forward as far as you can comfortably and press away as far as you can comfortably. Take about 2 seconds to drop forward and 2 seconds to press away. I'm going to step back a little farther, and the move looks like this. Drop, 2, press, 2, drop forward for 2, press back, 3, and press back, 4, and press back, 5, and press back, 6, and press back, 7, and press back, 8, and press back. And step up, let your body move about a bit. Remember that your goal is to send clear feedback to the brain. Use whatever range of motion you have available, but never strain to drop farther forward or press farther back. As your brain clarifies this move, you'll get more range of motion and more smoothness in the move. Use that when it becomes available, but never try to force it or hurry the process. When you're ready, do the second set of repetitions. Hands are shoulder width, step back, shoulder width, core is engaged, elbows are straight, look between your hands, drop forward and press. 2, press. 3, and press. Check your elbows. 4, and press. And check your waist. 5, and press. 6, and press. 7, and press. And 8, and press. Level 2. Once level 1 has gotten smooth and easy, try level 2. You'll be working on your hands and knees, and the same rules apply. Never let your elbows bend. Engage your core and keep it engaged throughout the move. And use what range of motion you have comfortably available, but never strain. It looks like this. Shoulder width apart at the knees, shoulder width apart at the hands. You can be flat on the floor this way, up on your fists, or up on your fingertips, whatever works best for your body. You look between your hands to keep your head in a neutral position. Here's the move. Drop down, 2, press up for 2, drop down, press up, 3, and press up, 4, and press up, 5, and press up, 6, press up, 7, press up, 8, and press up. Take 30 seconds or so, move around a little, breathe, and when you're ready, do the second set of 8 repetitions each. As with level 1, when you first work with level 2, use the half rule. Only do half as much as you think you can, and only work half as hard as you think you should. That means you'd be doing 1 set of 4 repetitions the first time. Once you know how your body is doing with level 2, then you can gradually work up to the full move of 2 sets, 8 repetitions each. Level 3. Level 3 is done in a full push-up position, and the same rules apply. You keep your waist engaged and not moving. You look between your hands, and most importantly, you never let your elbows bend. It looks like this. Shoulder width apart at the feet, shoulder width apart at the hands. Come up onto your hands, drop down for 2, press up for 2. Press down for 2. Press up for 2. The goal is the same. 2 sets of 8 repetitions each once a day. Here's a tip for starting up with level 3. When you first start, drop down slowly from your shoulders, then just drop right onto your knees and do the rest of the 7 repetitions in that position. That way you don't need the teamwork to press up from the shoulders. As you improve, drop down, press back up, and then drop onto your knees and do the rest of the repetitions. Work up slowly that way until gradually you can do all 8 repetitions in the level 3 position and eventually both sets in the level 3 position. Just as a side note, because of a bad elbow fracture I had as a kid, I can't do an ordinary push-up. But I can do Serratus push-ups because that requires different teamwork, and that's teamwork that I do have available. That's Serratus push-ups. Let me know how you do with it.